Get the hell out of here.
Bienvenue dans Inside, l'émission pour les fans de gros bolides. Amateurs de rallye et de course off-road, vous allez en prendre plein la vue. Les papas de l'incontournable franchise Colin McRae Rally, Codemasters, sont de retour avec Dirt 4, un an à peine après la sortie sur console de Dirt Rally, unanimement acclamé par la critique. Et c'est à l'occasion de la présentation du jeu que nous avons pu rencontrer pour vous John Coleman, chef game designer chez Codemasters, Monsieur Sonic et Retax, joueurs aguerris de la SDL eSport, qui ont accepté de répondre à toutes nos questions. Tout d'abord, John Coleman. Dirt 4 sort à peine un an après le précédent opus Dirt Rally. Quelles sont les différences entre ces deux jeux?
I guess the key big difference is that Dirt 4 is a big game. It's ultimately the spiritual successor to Dirt 1, Dirt 2 and Dirt 3, so much bigger, much broader. That means we put more content in there to reach out to more fans, but in order to reach out to that bigger audience, we've needed to make the game more accessible. Now, one of the things that we would have done in the past is to make sure that the game was playable by everyone, and that might have meant that the guys that were more sim orientated ended up getting a game that wasn't sim enough for them. One of the key things that we've tried to do with Dirt 4 is to make sure that all of the learnings that we got from Dirt Rally, all of the simulation engine, all of that is kept and actually improved, but we're also making sure that with the gamer handling, more people can play this game, it's more accessible, there's a much smoother entrance into the career mode and then beyond. So this is a game for everybody, but at its core is everything that we learned from our community and from our fans from Dirt Rally.
L'un des attraits principaux de Dirt Rally, c'était qu'il misait avant tout sur de la simulation, à la différence des précédents jeux qui étaient eux plutôt orientés arcade. Alors au final, qu'en est-il de Dirt 4?
We have that core simulation that everyone loved from Dirt Rally, but then with the gamer handling model, which is a choice that you have at the start of the game, you can actually choose to play a game that's much closer in terms of challenge to Dirt 2 and Dirt 3. So we find that for those novice players, when they first come into the game, they'll start off on the gamer handling, they'll work their way through, they'll start to get themselves getting comfortable, and then they'll grow and perhaps even take the choice to slip over to the sim mode. So the choice is always there for players to take. It's not like a decision that you make at the beginning and that's the end of it. But really we've tried to give players as much choice as possible rather than making the choice for them, which is something that we'd have done in the past.
Pouvez-vous nous en dire un peu plus sur l'éditeur de circuit? Et surtout, est-ce qu'on peut partager nos créations sur le net?
Your Stage it's essentially, from a design perspective, our solution to a challenge that we've faced in all of our previous games. The challenge is twofold. On the one hand, our fans wanted more stages and they're very expensive for us to make, and so we needed a solution to get our fans playing more stages, more unique miles of stage. The second problem is, and this is from my perspective as a rally co-driver and as a rally fan, true rallying is listening to the co-driver, listening to the instructions, letting those instructions paint a picture of the road ahead, and then acting on those instructions. If you play any previous rally game, you'll find yourself learning the stage, and then eventually you'll tune out the co-driver and you won't need to listen to them because it just becomes time trial. So we wanted to make sure that our game maintained that challenge, maintained that feeling of what it is to go rallying, which is exactly why we created Your Stage. And the system is incredible. It takes a series of corners and it places them through an environment. The landscape is huge and the road finds its way around the geology, so if there's a mountain in the way, it works its way around the mountain. If there's a lake there, you'll find yourself going near the lake but not too close. And really it just creates this beautiful evolution of stages throughout these environments, and if you generate a stage, it's highly likely that no one has ever seen that exact stage before. What that means is that if you want to challenge your friends, you need to be able to save that stage and then share it with them. So that's one of the key elements of it. And what we'll find is that over time, players will be able to create their own entire championships of stages and challenge their friends on roads that their friends have never seen before. But their friends will be doing the same, so ultimately it will just be pure rally over and over again, and this game's going to last for years and years and years.
Certains fans ont souligné que Dirt Rally faisait plus ou moins office de bêta-test pour Dirt 4. Quel est votre ressenti et que pouvez-vous leur répondre?
I think it's a really interesting point, and ultimately Dirt Rally was a prototype for our handling model, which we tested over millions of miles of community testing and then eventually released as a standalone game that was complete. Yes, I think it's fair to say that in its early stages it was a beta test for that handling model, but we needed to make sure that the direction that we were taking the franchise in was one that fans really wanted. There was, however, another prototype going on in the background, and that was your stage. That was, can we make a procedural track generation system? And that was beyond just adding that to Dirt Rally. This is so much more than that, and it needed the engine to change quite dramatically for us to be able to make that happen. So Dirt 4 is everything that we've learned from Dirt Rally, from a handling perspective, and now introducing the procedural stage generation as well. So there's so much to this that really, yes, you could arguably say that it was a test, but all games are a test for the next game, right? So it's not like we deliberately said we'll do this and then we'll do Dirt 4 and we'll make lots and lots of money. This is absolutely our way of evolving the franchise and growing it into something much bigger, because ultimately as a business that's what we need to do. We need to make bigger games and we need to sell more.
Et pour conclure, Sonic et Rotax, en tant que professionnel de l'e-sport, quel est votre avis sur Dirt 4?
On aime beaucoup parce que ça change totalement de ce qu'on fait habituellement. Habituellement on fait beaucoup de circuits. Là c'est vrai que c'est un peu plus fun parce que on peut, voilà, dans ce qu'on fait nous sur circuit, on est censé ne pas glisser, on est censé justement être le plus propre possible. Et là aujourd'hui c'est vrai que c'est vachement fun parce que c'est là où il faut justement partir en glisse, se servir du frein à main, etc. Donc c'est beaucoup plus fun.
C'est très fun, ça change beaucoup de ce qu'on fait. Et ce qui est bien, c'est que c'est un peu dans la même lancée que Dirt Rally. Donc niveau pilotage, ça se ressemble, on a un peu plus évolué. Mais ça reste plus ouvert à d'autres disciplines. Il y a du buggy, il y a le rallycross qui a évolué encore. C'est en train d'évoluer dans le bon sens et c'est plutôt bien.
Maintenant, on va passer au Test Inside Special Challenge. Nous avons 3 candidats de taille. Le chef game designer de Dirt 4 en personne, John Coleman, et 2 membres de la SDL eSport, Sonic et Rotax. Leur objectif, s'affronter et remporter un concours de temps sur Dirt 4. Que le meilleur gagne! Et le gagnant est Rotax avec 2 minutes 15. Très bien joué. Avec son mode carrière détaillé, ses possibilités de course infinies et son visuel détonnant, Dirt 4 devrait ravir à coup sûr les fans de rallye. Alors faites comme nous, prenez le volant, foncez à toute vitesse et on vous dit à une prochaine dans Inside.